Om. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai. तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ओम शांति शांति शांति. श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषद अध्याय 1 चैप्टर 1 मंत्र 6. सर्वाजीवे सर्वसंस्थे बृहन्ते अस्मिन् हंसो भ्राम्यते ब्रह्मचक्रे पृथगात्मानं प्रेरितारञ्च मत्वा जुष्टस्ततः तेनामृतत्वमेति. भेददृष्ट्या संसारः अभेददृष्ट्या मोक्षः. As long as there is Bheda Drishti, I am different, Ishvara is different, other jivas are different. This understanding, as long as this understanding is alive, there is no moksha. Therefore, Kathopanishad says, Mrityosya mrityumapnoti ya iha naneva pashyati. One with a vision of manifoldness, a vision of duality, he goes from death to death. Means he ends up in samsara. He does not get moksha. Then who gets moksha? The vision of non-duality. I am not different from Ishvara. I am not different from Brahman. And the other jivas are also not different from me. With this vision, one attains moksha. This idea is conveyed in this mantra. Sarvajive sarvasamsthe brahante. This line is describing Brahman. Sarvajive, and sarva samsthe. If you look at the Upanishad, there are two types of definitions of Brahman. Swarupa Lakshana and Tatastha Lakshana. Two types of definitions are given. In fact, anybody can be defined in two ways. When we first introduce someone, in fact, we make use of Tatastha Lakshana. Mr. So and so. Let us say Subramanya. There is one Subramanya. We call him Subbanna. Name is Subramanya. A very common name in this region. And if his name is Subramanya, Ha and Ma, Subramanya, that is his name. Subramanya means Shanmukha. We generally call him Subbanna because Subramanya, every time it is difficult to say that. That is why we shorten it. We make it Subba, a Subba. And for some kind of respect, they add one Anna, Subbanna. Sometimes it becomes a Chubbanna also. So you call him Subbanna. So I say there is one Subbanna. So who is Subbanna? I have to tell you who is Subbanna. What is the best way of introducing Subbanna? Introduce him through someone, in relation to someone whom you already know. For example, Subbanna is Radha Krishna's brother. All of you know Radha Krishna. His brother is Subbanna. So this is how Tatastha Lakshana works. Subbanna is Radha Krishna's brother. In this introduction, I have not described any feature that is intrinsic to Subbanna. How he looks, what is his height, what is his age, nothing. No intrinsic attribute of Subbanna is mentioned. I have referred to Subbanna making use of someone who is totally outside Subbanna. Someone who is related but not intrinsic to Subbanna. Then it is called Tatastha Lakshana. You are defining an object without mentioning any of the intrinsic attributes or qualities or nature of the object. You are defining just by means of something associated with the object. Then it is tatastha lakshana. Tatastha means it is standing on the bank. Someone who is standing on the bank, river bank, he is not touching the river. He is not getting wet. He is outside the river. Likewise, the tatastha lakshana is not intrinsic to the defined object. So, Vedanta makes use of tatastha lakshana. In fact, that is how Brahman is introduced first. Vedanta says there is a Brahman, Brahma vidapnoti param. There is a Brahman, and if you know Brahman, you will get moksha. Then you get a curiosity. What is Brahman? What is Brahman? You don't know Brahman, but you know this Jagat. This Jagat, everyone is acquainted with. To know this Jagat, you don't have to go to Vedanta. Somebody might wonder why this Swamiji is talking only about Brahman, not something else. If I have to talk about something else, I have to talk about the Jagat. I can talk about politics. I can talk about social issues. Some people do that. They can attract a larger crowd. Brahman is boring. So, why I am talking about Brahman? Because you have come to Vedanta to understand Brahman. To understand Brahman only, you need Vedanta Pramana. To understand Jagat, you don't need Vedanta Pramana. To understand Jagat, your Pratyaksha is enough. You see that, you hear that. All the time we are hearing about other things. TV channel, radio channel, WhatsApp, YouTube. So many things are there. To understand Brahman, you need to come to Vedanta. That is why a real teacher of Vedanta will talk about Brahman only. There is nothing else to talk about. So, people are acquainted with the Jagat. Everybody is familiar with the Jagat. What is Brahman? We don't know. That is why the Vedanta also takes the help of the Jagat to introduce Brahman. An unknown person is introduced through someone who is already known. Subbanna is introduced through Radha Krishna. Likewise, Brahman is introduced through Jagat. The student says, I don't know Brahman. Then Vedanta asks the student, but you know this Jagat. Yes, I know Jagat. I know what is happening in this Jagat. He has so many things to talk about the Jagat. Then Vedanta asks him, do you know where this Jagat has come from? What is the cause of this universe? What is the cause of this Jagat? Then he doesn't know. Then Vedanta says, this Jagat came from Brahman. It is sustained by Brahman and it resolves into Brahman. Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yad prayantyabhisamvishanti. It is Brahman, from which everything comes, on which everything is sustained, and into which everything resolves. It is called Brahman. So Brahman is Jagat Karanam, Srishti Sthiti Laya Karanam, the cause of origin, sustenance and resolution. See, in this definition, the Shruti is not describing the nature of Brahman. Brahman is described only in relation to the Jagat. Therefore, it is called Tatastha Lakshanam. See, in this book, in this mantra, Sarva Jive Sarva Samsthe, these two words form Tatastha Lakshana. Sarva Jive, it is the sustenance of everything. Sarvasya Ajivanam Sthitihi Asmin iti sarvajivam. On which everything is supported, because of which everything is living. What makes us live? What makes this universe sustain, survive? It is Brahman. Sarva samsthe, into which everything resolves during pralaya. Sarvesham samstha samaptihi pralayaha yasminniti sarva samsthaha, into which everything resolves during pralaya. It is called sarva samstha. By these two words, Sthiti and Pralaya are mentioned. We have to understand Srishti also. Srishti, Sthiti and Laya. These three happen because of Brahman. This is one way of defining Brahman, revealing Brahman. After this, the Shruti talks about the Swarupa, the nature of Brahman. The Shruti defines Brahman through the very nature of Brahman. It is called Swarupa Lakshana. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. It is Swarupa Lakshana. Satyam, it is Satya. It is the ultimate truth. The real. Jnanam, Chaitanya, consciousness. And Anantam, infinite. It is the Swarupa Lakshana of Brahman. If you analyze the Tatastha Lakshana, you can arrive at the Swarupa Lakshana. If you logically analyze the Tatastha Lakshana, you can arrive at the Swarupa Lakshana. Brahman is the cause of everything. The cause cannot be limited by the effect. The effect cannot limit the cause. The cause has to be greater than the effect. See, if you have to cook some vegetable, if you have to make some vegetable or rice, whatever, you have to buy more than what you are supposed to cook, not less. If you are buying 1 kilogram, you cannot make 2 kg vegetables. If you are buying 1 kg of a vegetable, you can make the dish which weighs less than 1 kg, not more. Likewise, the cause has to be more pervasive than the effect. The cause has to transcend the effect. It has to be larger than the effect. If you are making pot out of clay, the clay is wider than pot. The clay is more pervasive than pot. Likewise, Brahman is the cause of everything. Sarva, sarvasya karanam, cause of everything. Being the cause of everything, Brahman has to be greater than everything. Therefore, nothing can confine Brahman. Nothing can limit Brahman. Therefore, Brahman is Brihat. Brihat means the infinite, the all-pervasive. Brihat includes everything, in fact. We say Brihat Bengaluru. What is Brihat Bengaluru? It is a Brihat, big. This Brihat includes so many small places. If you ask some of the people who have been living here for 40, 50, 60 years, they will say, earlier this was a small town. Then it expanded. There were many villages nearby. Even now, if you ask people, they will say its name is some Halli. Halli means village. It was just a small village. So many villages. The town expanded and swallowed up all the nearby villages and became Brihat, big. So Brihat means it includes so many things. Sanjay Nagar, Shivaji Nagar, Sadashiva Nagar, Jayanagar, Vijayanagar, everything is included. Then it is Brihat. Likewise, the Brahman is Brihat. Everything is included. Everything is in Brahman. So, Brihanti, this word implies Tatastha Swarupa Lakshana. Anantam, infinite, it is the nature. And we can understand Satyam and Jnanam also. Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Swarupa Lakshana. It is also understood. So that is Brahman. The all-pervasive reality. The all-pervasive consciousness. The infinite consciousness and existence. Brahman. The whole universe is a projection on Brahman. Everything is projected on Brahman. Everything that we experience, everything that we see, everything that we hear, everything is supported by Brahman. Therefore, Brahma Chakre, there is a Brahma Chakra, the Samsara Chakra, which was described in Mantra 4. Entire Samsara Chakra is resting on Brahman. And in this Brahma Chakra, Asmin Hamsaha Bhramyate, there is a Jiva. Jiva is called Hamsaha in this mantra. Hanti gacchati iti hamsaha. That which goes is called hamsa. Hanti gacchati adhvanam iti hamsa. The jiva keeps going from one body to another body, from one loka to another loka, from one janma to another janma. It keeps going. Jiva has journey. Therefore, it is called Hamsaha. Jiva keeps roaming, keeps wandering, bhramyate, in this samsara chakra. Now, one might ask a question. In Vedanta Shastra, when everything is Brahman, we say everything is Brahman. We also say Jiva is Brahman, Jiva Brahma Aikya. If Jiva is Brahman, then Jiva is all pervasive. Therefore, Jiva cannot have any movement. The all pervasive does not have any movement. In that case, how can you say that Jiva travels from body to body? One gets this question. How can you say Jiva travels from body to body when Jiva is Brahman? See, here we should understand what we mean by Jiva. First of all, we should understand what we mean by Jiva in Vedanta. What is Jiva? Jiva is an individual, limited being. As long as you identify as a limited being, you are called Jiva. Why do you identify yourself as a limited being? Vedanta explains it with some prakriya. There is a methodology of explaining. This is called sthula sharira, the gross body. Then there is a sukshma sharira, a subtle body. Sukshma sharira. And in sukshma sharira, the consciousness of Brahman reflects. It is called chidabhasa. The consciousness that reflects in sukshma sharira is called chidabhasa. Now, what is called jiva? The sukshma sharira with the chidabhasa. It is called jiva. Chaitanya with the sukshma sharira is called jiva. We identify with that. We identify with the sukshma sharira, and then we become individuals. When you identify with the sukshma sharira and chidabhasa, you are an individual. You are a jiva. And this jiva travels. The sukshma sharira travels from body to body. It leaves this body, this sthula sharira, and it enters another sthula sharira. When the sukshma sharira travels, even the chidabhasa also travels. Suppose a mirror is moved, the reflection on the mirror also will move. Imagine the sun, and you have kept a mirror below. The sun is reflecting on the mirror. When you move the mirror, the reflection of the sun moves. The original sun does not move. Likewise, when the sukshma sharira travels, the chidabhasa, the reflected consciousness, it can also travel. But the original consciousness, the Chaitanya, the Brahman, it never travels. So this jiva travels. When we say jiva travels, what we mean to say? The sukshma sharira and the chidabhasa travel from one body to another body. The Brahman never travels. But since the Sukshma Sharira and Chidabhasa travels, and we identify with the Sukshma Sharira and Chidabhasa, we think we also travel. So this is the mechanism of Jiva traveling. This is the mechanism. Now let us understand this from our point of view, the point of view of our understanding, how our understanding grows. Our understanding goes through three phases. The first phase is Dehatma Buddhi or Deha Buddhi. It is a gross ignorance. The gross ignorance level is Deha Buddhi. I am the body. Our understanding of ourselves. See, Vedanta is all about your understanding of yourself. It's all about our understanding of ourselves. We are trying to improve our understanding of ourselves. That is what we are trying to do here. We are not trying to understand anything outside ourselves. We are not interested. Because anything other than you is of no use to you. It was never yours, and it is never going to be yours also. What matters to you is just you, your true self. Now, our understanding passes through three phases, three stages. First of all, Deha Buddhi. I am the body. Majority of the people are in Deha Buddhi, the gross ignorance stage. I am the body. They don't think of anything beyond the body. They don't think of an existence that transcends the body. And if you philosophize this, it becomes a philosophy called Charvaka philosophy. According to Charvaka, body is the ultimate reality. Body is the Atma. If body is the Atma, then so many problems arise. There are so many logical issues also. In addition to so many logical issues, there are many ethical issues. The major problem occurs in the ethics. Why I should follow dharma? Why I should follow the righteousness? Why I should follow the values? Because end of the body is my end. In that case, Charvaka says, Rinam kritva ghritam pibet. You borrow money and enjoy. Rinam kritva. Borrowing money, ghritam pibet, drink ghee, means enjoy the life. Even if you die without repaying the money, you are not going to incur any papa. Because even if there is something called papa, you are not there to get the papa. After you are extinct, punya and papa does not matter to you. So why there has to be the righteousness? Why they have to be values? There is no answer in the philosophy of Charvaka. So that is Deha Buddhi. Then a little more evolved stage is called Jiva Buddhi. This person identifies himself as an individual who will travel to another loka after death. He has understood that he is not the body. Instead, he is a limited being who transcends this body. He is a limited individual who exists even after the death of this body. Even after the death of this body, he will continue to be there in another body, in another loka. A transmigrating, limited being. That is what he identifies himself as. It is called Jiva Buddhi. I am not the Deha, but I am a Jivatma. If I do good work, I will go to better loka, Swarga ityadi. Or I may be born again as a better human being. Or if I do bad works, I may go to bad loka, naraka, etc. So this is a Jivatma Buddhi or Jiva Buddhi. He recognizes himself as an individual who transcends this body, yet limited, yet confined and subject to the experience, subject to the experience of pleasure and pain. Subject to kartrutva and bhoktrutva. This is another stage in the understanding. In fact, many philosophers hold on to this understanding as the ultimate. Many philosophers and many theologians, they hold on to this as the ultimate understanding. I am a Jiva. Therefore, I have to do good work and I should try to get a better life hereafter. Now the Vedanta goes further. Vedanta goes further. You are a Jiva. It is true at some level. It is true at a Vyavaharika level. But your absolute reality is not even that of a Jiva. You are not a limited being at all. In reality, you are not even a limited being. Then what am I? Vedanta does not mince any words. You are Brahman. Tattvamasi. You are the infinite. When this is understood, you transcend the Jiva Buddhi. You transcend the Jiva Buddhi also. And you own up, Aham Brahmasmi. I am the Brahman. Therefore, when we say Jiva is Brahman, it is from the absolute sense. In reality, you are not a Jiva. You are the Brahman. And as Brahman, you are free from transmigration. You are free from journey from one body to another body. Because you are free from all limitations. You are free from kartrutva and bhoktrutva. You are free from doership and enjoyership. You are free from punya and papa. You are absolutely asamsari. That is the ultimate understanding. So, the spiritual evolution goes through these three stages. It starts with I am the body generally. Then it goes to I am the Jiva. And from there I am Brahman. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.